get into the arguments. You're gonna have the moments where it's just like, get out my face. Like, I don't feel like talking to you right now.
So how do you resolve that? Like, what are some of the things that could resolve?
You gotta put your big girl and your big boy panties on and realize, like, okay, it's either that we're working towards this or we're working against this. And maybe it could take an hour, maybe it could take a day, but really it shouldn't take more than like an hour for you to get over yourself. That is the spirit of pride. That is the spirit of evil, of ego, and that's what the devil wants you to do.
When it comes to effective communication, that's very, very important, where if you're not communicating, you can harbor feelings.
Oh yeah.
Right? You can be mad about something that happened on the personal side, and then you go to business, and then...
What you talking to me about business for? We ain't even take care of the last thing.
Right. Be sure to make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this video, right? We appreciate all the support that we can get. We're not a new channel. We're not new to this. We're true to this.
Right.
But we're new to you. And we want to make sure we get this information out there as much as possible. And I got a funny story about that. I remember one time we had a friend of ours. He came to the house and something happened at the house. But then when we went to the office, because he knew what happened at the house, he saw what happened at the house in the office. Like, he saw Felicia sit on the other side of the room and me sit on the other side of the room. And he was like, yo, y'all still beefing? And I was like, we not beefing. We just not sitting next to each other right now. Because communication is everything. And if you decided to build a business together, when you go out in public and you now have people come in your business, they can feel that energy.
Yeah.
So, you know, I want you to maybe share a little bit about how y'all show up, regardless of what happened on the backside, why that's important.
Right.
Showing up as that unified front. Why is that very important?
So that right there is, so when you have a team or you have a group of people that you work with, it's important to show up unified. You know, nobody is perfect. Everybody have their own things, their own challenges, their own dynamics that they go through. However, because it's one vision, one mission, and you're taking care of a team, or, you know, your team is, you know, in the space of believing in your mission and your goal, it's very important that you look unified, because they don't want to feel that I'm a part of something that's about to break. That's the worst feeling. So with that being said, it's that I believe that aspect goes for when you have a team, or when you have people who work with you, who kind of just like, but as a couple who's kind of like doing it on their own, it's one of those things that you just got to simply talk to your partner about. You know, it's you're gonna get into the arguments. You're gonna have the moments where it's just like, get out my face. Like, I don't feel like talking to you right now.
So how do you resolve that? Like, what are some of the things that could resolve
You gotta put your big girl and your big boy panties on and realize, like, okay, it's either that we're working towards this or we're working against this. And maybe it could take an hour, maybe it could take a day, but really it shouldn't take more than like an hour for you to get over yourself. That is the spirit of pride. That is the spirit of evil, of ego. And that's what the devil wants you to do. The devil sees that you're working towards something big, and it will try to still take over and have you have the most smallest, minute arguments so that you don't achieve the goal that God has planned for you. And so it's one of those things that you got to check yourself, right? So it's like, when you're working on your mind, you know that it's easy for you to bring it, all that negative energy into your thoughts. So you got to catch it real quick. So it's like, did he need to hear me curse him out? No. Did he need to hear me say these things? No. Does that empower him, or does that bring him down? So it's you have to just be very aware of your thoughts, because you wouldn't talk to just anybody like that, especially somebody who's on your side, who's rocking with you. So it's just one of those things that it's something personal within yourself that you got to work with. If it takes you more than 24 hours for you to be like, you know, something big, let's talk about this. Like, I wasn't really a fan of this. I wasn't really a fan of that. How can we come together and just, you know, win this moment, you know, as a team? Yeah. And so it's just one of those, you gotta just put your big girl, big boy panties on. It's just one of those. And if it can't be one of those, you probably need therapy, because it's just deeper than what it is.
Yeah, that's so good. You know, you said put your ego and your pride away. And I remember, being in network marketing and hearing one of our coaches said, you have to put your ego in your pocket. And I've also heard them say, hey, you want to be right or you want to be rich? You want to be in a relationship or you want to be right? And it's all of that comes into connection here, because you either want to build a business together or you don't.
Right.
And one of the number one things you need in business is you need to have effective communication with your partner. The only difference is when you're building a business as a couple, the person you're building with is not just your business partner. They're your partner in life. They're your partner when it comes to parenting. They're your partner when it comes to living together. They're your partner when it comes to friendship. So you have so many ships that is overlapping in this relationship. And it's easy to cross over one boundary, and where you're mad about one area, you now roll that over to your other area because you don't know how to deal with your feelings. And I know personally as a guy, sometimes we get our feelings hurt. We don't want to say it, but we get our feelings hurt. And if you're not mature enough, what you do is you do the silent treatment. And there were times when Felicia would give me the silent treatment, and I had to tell her, one of the worst things you could do to me is give me the silent treatment.
Okay, so this is going someplace that I did not expect for it to go. And
Can I finish? I would say one of the worst things you can do to me is give me the silent treatment. And her answer was justified. She said, the best thing I can do is give you the silent treatment because you really don't want to hear what I have to say. And I don't want to say the wrong thing to hurt your feelings. And I respect it. I respect it. So now when I see her giving me the silent treatment, I have to put my ego away and say, okay, she's doing that as a coping mechanism for something that I did, or to balance herself, or to make sure she don't go overboard. What can I do to make sure she don't give me the silent treatment? So I'll go over there and I will actively get in her space. Even though it's annoying and she don't want me there, but I will actively get in her space because I know she don't like that. But it's either I let her keep giving me the silent treatment, and I let her give me the silent treatment from a distance, and then now I'm in turmoil by myself. So one of the things I've decided to do is this: I'm just going to invade her space and I'm just going to do whatever. I don't know if it's the right thing or the wrong thing, but that's just how I deal with it.
So, okay, so to add to that, right? I don't like the term silent treatment. When we get into our little tiffs, right? I like to observe my thoughts. And before I release my thoughts to you, I have to have some like quiet time to analyze it.
So it's quiet time where you're observing your thoughts.
Yeah, because I have to analyze it, before I put it out. And this is from experience. I've been in relationships prior to being in relationships with you that I'm quick to just tell you what my thoughts are, and you don't want that, right? I don't want that, and he definitely don't want that, and I don't want that because you know why? I love you so much that I would rather sit there and think about my pride and ego, so that I don't say the wrong things to you, so that you don't feel that you're less of a man by the words that I say to you. Because when you're in a relationship with somebody, you know how to make them feel like that. And if you do, that means that's a choice that you made. So I'd rather have that time to myself to think about it before I release it. If I even have to release it. There's times where I'm just like, all right, after thinking about it, I'll be like, all right, babe, it's not all the time. But I'll be like, you know something, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
Rare moment, but it does happen.
But it does
once
happen,
in the blue.
right? And so, so he invades my space. And yeah, it's very annoying. But we love each other. We're 10 years strong.
Hitting her with the kung fu moves.
Every relationship dynamic is different. It works for us.
Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video.
Looking for more tips on how to build your purpose-driven business? Be sure to check out our Money Making Secrets playlist at the top right-hand corner of the screen.
Or you can check out our most recent uploaded video right below.
Enjoy. See you soon.